Hey guys, it's Karen. I'm back with another day done in my 100 Days of Making Comics challenge. And today I started just monkeying around with that. I tried to start thumbnailing the first page just to see if the writing would work. I feel like, I don't know that I'm going to end up scripting the whole thing beforehand. I might script and thumbnail at the same time, like script first and then thumbnail to check to make sure it's working. So this is a pretty big thumbnail. I did actually do a real thumbnail that was only about 1.5 inches high, and then I decided that working in Manga Studio I was going to save every page and then split it into different folders. This actually is supposed to go in here, I think. So the thumbnails will be in a folder called thumbnail, and then the roughs will be in a separate folder named roughs, blah blah blah. So I'll just keep working in layers of complexity. And I have I don't know what I'm going to end up doing as far as if I even print this. It might just go straight to web, or it might never see the light of day. Yeah, but this is a Kablam template, I think. Yeah, Kablam, it says down here. So and it was at 300 DPI, so I enlarged it to 600 DPI on my in Clip Studio, which made it twice as big, but I still have the proportions right. So I think that's okay. I don't know. I mean, anything at 600 DPI is going to be printed just fine. So, and I can shrink it down. So anyway, that's, I had other templates and stuff, but this one, when I first pulled up my search, I thought, oh, look, I'll just use this one, because really, I didn't really care. So then I started thumbnailing, and what's really disappointing is that for some reason, and I found this out earlier today when I was trying to finish a coloring page for my coloring book thing I'm doing. For some reason now, not all the fonts are coming over on Manga Studio anymore, and I don't know. I think when I had, Clip Studio Paint, I think when it was Manga Studio 5, all my fonts were working, because I remember seeing them all on the list. And then I updated to Clip Studio, and I don't have any of my comic fonts. So the only comic font I have on here would be Comic Sans. Yeah, look at it. Check it out. Comic Sans for the win right down here. Not so much. So anyway, I don't know. This is supposed to be one whole sky, like one whole city shot here, that's just separated by this bar, this gutter. I don't know if it'll be black or white or what. This is a thumbnail, so I don't want to take it any further than this for now. I just transferred my little mini thumbnail up into something bigger, so I had an idea. So the caption would be up here, what the time is, then there would be captions of the first person monologue, finishing with this little cliffhanger. This is page 1. I was about to run into both. Dun 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 dun. Yeah. I don't know how good this is going to be. But it's going to be something. So, and that's all that counts. And here, this M actually would be important. So, and it's technically, it would be like off the bleed or whatever. Anyway, it's a thumbnail sketch. Don't really care. I just wanted to like get things set up, and now I have to figure out what's wrong with Clip Studio and why my fonts aren't coming in. And I wanted to see if this workflow would save, so like if this would be okay for me to do. So if I have everything set in my comics folder for containment, which is the name of this, then volume 1, and then page 1, which is what I have open. So that's kind of how I'm going to organize it. So, yeah, so like if I was actually going to start drawing this page, I would need to either A, make a SketchUp model of this street, which would be good because, of course, I don't really know how to use SketchUp, because I'm going to need the front of this building right here, with a picture window and a couple inside of that. Here's the car where Gregor is in. The city, like somehow these buildings would be up here and the skyline would be in the distance. This is going to be really hard for me to do, but I will somehow figure it out. Good learning experience. But anyway, that's what I did today. Very quick, 30 minutes. Just transferring my thumbnail over. I feel like I might throw in my dialogue, like I might write, because I have that, I have this note card where I have my I have my prose ideas down of what I want to say. And I have a thumbnail actually on the back of this for page 2. Very tiny. I mean, this thing is like literally half the size of my thumb. But I wanted to see how the text would fit in here, because I don't want to like overwrite and then not have it fit. So I feel like creating both at the same time at the thumbnail stage, along with the prose, might be a good way to go. So that's going to be my game plan for right now as I write, instead of, I'm feeling very stuck trying to write traditionally, because I'm used to writing like more prose and novel-y things, and I don't want to overwrite and then have to cut like a bunch of stuff. So I feel like maybe if I do this in conjunction, the two playing off of each other, that might be a better way. Maybe it would get me working faster. Because it did, like, in my head I thought that this last line down here would work on the page, but I wasn't quite sure. Because I wanted it to be clear, like, finally we get to the who's been talking all this time. So anyway, I think it did work. I just need to, that's what I mean about, like, being able to play with both at the same time. Anyway, so that was what I did today. Very, very short, but, yeah, just my bare minimum of 30. Most of my day was spent working on this other project, and I finished one page of that. School starts tomorrow. I better get to bed. We have to suddenly rise early for the bus, and that will be in about 6 hours. The bus comes in about... Oh my god, I gotta go. I'm gonna be tired. I'll see you guys later. I will upload this in the morning after I see him off to school. And yeah, talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.